Hello everyone, Cliff Duvernois here, and I apologize I fell off the face of the earth there for a couple of days, but the wife shot me in the stomach. Whenever you're ready. Fucking worked. It occurred to me the other day that I started talking about a transaction I was working on and I got sidetracked with another deal, so I wanted to do a go back. I did a video where I talked about how we were doing an inspection and the flooring and the foundation was completely all messed up. Link below, over here. Hopefully that happens. Anyways, so I wanted to tell the end of the story for that one. So we went through the inspection. The buyer decided to move through the inspection process. The foundation problems were okay. We originally planned on a 45-day escrow period. Usually escrow is 30 days, but we planned for 45 days just because some of the lenders have been adapting to some of the new regulations out there, TRID, T-R-I-D. So we gave it 45 days just to make sure the lender had enough time. Well, here we are, we're weeks into the transaction when the lender calls up and says, So now we're scrambling, right? So we go back to the seller, and of course the seller still wants to sell the property, and our buyer, who's an investor, still wants to buy the property. So we ask them for a little bit more time. From there, we go from lender to lender, submitting our paperwork. No, we can't. Go to another lender, submit the paperwork again. After a couple of days, no, we can't. We just repeat this process over and over and over again. Finally, we found a lender who said that they could get this thing funded and actually delivered. We finally got to the point where a lender could fund the loan, and I admit I was completely nervous there towards the end because this particular seller was starting to get nervous, not thinking we were going to close the deal. But you know, at the end of the day, the agents, both for the listing side and the selling side, worked together to make this happen. Our investor wanted the property, so we made it for him. Two things that I want to point out here is, number one, it's very important to make sure that you've got the right team of people who believe and understand your real estate objectives. If they understand and they believe in your objectives, they will work overtime to make sure that you get what you want. In this particular case, we had everybody assembled. We just had to find that right lender. And once we found that right lender, this deal got pushed through. The second thing is, and this is more important, this is more global in the terms of life, just because one person tells you no, doesn't mean that you can't do it. If one person tells you no, thank them and then go find another person and ask them the same question. And if that person tells you no, go ask another person. And keep asking people until somebody finally tells you yes. It doesn't matter how many times people tell you no, what matters is finding that one person who says yes. And that can help you out with anything, whether it's real estate, whether it's a job, career, position, finding a job, getting a promotion, whatever it might be. Just always ask one more person. Find that person who will say yes to move your life forward. So I just wanted to share that real quick with you guys before we get back to the rest of the show.